I've always been involved with cars and racing. All of my family has always been into motorcycles, Harleys and such. My family has raced stock cars and go-karts and all of that sort of thing over the years.
It began in early 2022 when Jim James decided to form his own media group called Racers and Rods Media Network, which is now known today as Racers and Rods Media and Events.
What started me with the media side of it was that Debbie and I have been for about the past 8 years. She introduced me into travel, primarily cruise ships. So I kind of fell in love with that. She showed me the ropes, and we started doing that. And we also travel. We like being in northern Georgia. We like being in the Tennessee mountains. We like little towns and antiques and that sort of thing. So it actually evolved from that. You know, we were doing all of these trips, and I was taking videos and photographs on my phone, and invested in a GoPro years ago, a very older one, and started doing videos of our travels. So the question was, now that you've done these videos and you've done all these photographs, what do you do with them? It's not like in the old days when we were young, where you went to Walgreens and developed photos and the family had to sit through you handing them photos for 7 hours, showing you photos. So what do you do with them? Well, you put them on YouTube. So I got into YouTube, didn't edit anything, just posted things just for the family, on kind of a travel channel that we did, and it was, even now it only has 30 some odd subscribers. When the pandemic hit, right before that, we started doing some car shows. I was always interested in those, and we started doing some videos and photography. Our first real event was started here in Bradenton, and it's one that's called Sick Week, and it's a drag and drive event. They start in Bradenton, and they do 5 different tracks around the state of Florida and South Georgia, and they have to race the car and then drive it to the next event. So Aaron, my son, and I videotaped and took hundreds of photographs at that event, and we were putting those and other car show photos and media on my travel channel. So when we did Sick Week, the idea was, well, gee, why don't we start some sort of media, well, kind of, I don't know if I coined the phrase, we use the phrase automotive media. And so we came up with about 8 different scenarios of what we're going to call it, and went out and I did some research on YouTube, and the ones that I liked the best had already been used. So I think the third choice was Racers and Rods, and that's kind of a little bit of an homage to back in the, well, I think it was started in like 1984 in Sarasota. I used to go to some car shows when I was younger, and with my truck, a group in Sarasota called Cars and Rods of Sarasota. And I always respected that because I've always been an old school hot rod guy, even though I was a young punk and drove a mini truck. And they all respected me and treated me nicely, which I thought was very nice of them. They didn't have to. So Racers and Rods kind of evolved from Cars and Rods of Sarasota, the car club that was around back then. So that's how it started. Mm-hmm.
Jim said he started his own YouTube channel of the same name at the time as only a hobby. He and his son Aaron went to a lot of car shows and filmed video while taking pictures of car show scenery. In time, the name grew, and along with it, a following.
YouTube, we're at within 35 or so, 40 of 4,000. Facebook's a little more different. We're at about 2,000 with Racers and Rods, the actual group site. You know, we're not huge, but it's slowly but surely growing. The Facebook site has grown a little more quickly more recently because of our collaboration again with Trendsetters Worldwide, because he has promoted our site on his, and he has a larger following. Right now they're more United States based, but he wants to be global. We're a small fish in a big pond, but a lot bigger than where we have been in the past, and you know, we have our following.
We've had some awards and stuff we'll give away here today, but you can also please donate there. We ask for at least $10 bucks. Be generous. Everything is going to make.
In the world of YouTube, independent auto YouTuber groups seem to have more character and more integrity based on the fact of their efforts, like Racers and Rides, who commit to providing motoring coverage to connect with relatable audiences on a personal level. It was this vision alone that Jim wanted to build for his channel and his auto media group, to feel a sense of connection with not just a local car show community, but the automotive world of its entirety. His vision to being a one-stop source for all things cars, to be an imparter and a showman of the motoring world. Seems like the future is now for all auto YouTubers far and wide, big or small. The more you think about it, it's a world that's beyond small. Is there anywhere you want to film and do like a photography?
Well, there's so many places. There's so much stuff that goes on in the United States. There's big shows I'd love to attend in Texas. I'd love to see the California scene, especially the lowrider scene out there, where it evolved, where it came from.